Hi, San Diego magician Tom Interval here. Welcome to another Interval of Magic, Children's Edition. Today I would like to teach you beginner cups and balls. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to show you the world's oldest magic trick. It's called the cups and balls. Why do they call it the cups and balls? Well, because it uses 3 cups and 3 balls. Look, I didn't make the name up. Don't blame me. But it is a fun trick using 3 balls and 3 cups. A yellow cup, a blue cup, and a red cup. Keep your eyes on ball number 1 on top of cup number 2. Watch. 1, 2, 3. What just happened? It went through the plastic to the table. Ball number 1. Now, why is that so incredible? Why is that impossible? You see, magicians defy the laws of physics, and even though these cups are solid, some people think there's a magic soft spot in the tops of these cups. Now, when I say top, I mean the bottom, because this is magic terminology. So if I take ball number 2 and place it on top of cup number 2, 1, 2, 3, that's it. It goes through the plastic down to the table. That's 1 ball and 2 balls to the table. Now, let me do it one more time, just in case you weren't paying attention the first 2 times. And you know what, actually, I bet you were paying attention. So let's do something a little different. Let's kind of mix it up a little. If I take this ball and place it deep inside my pocket, you are going to see another possibility or impossibility of physics. It is possible because that ball will teleport from my pocket to under the cup in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, 3. It's done. 3 balls under the center cup. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the cups and balls. Welcome to the secret explanation for the cups and balls. Now, if you're a beginner, which that's what this video is designed for, this is a beginner set of cups. Now remember, when you do this trick, you could actually use 3 cups, just paper cups, and 3 small balls made of paper or foil. But there is a secret. You're not really using 3 balls. You're using an extra secret ball. Now these balls, in a second you'll see how the whole thing is done, but these balls are the ones the audience sees. This ball is the one the audience does not see. This ball is the secret ball, the 4th ball. Nobody sees it. But at the very beginning, before anybody sees you perform, you take that ball, you drop it in the center cup. Then you stack the cups. It doesn't matter if you stack them from right to left or from left to right. Always make sure the secret ball is in the cup that's in the center, the middle cup. So now you can see there's a secret ball in the center, in the center cup. Now to set up for the trick or to finish the setup, you put the other 3 balls in the top. Remember, nobody knows about the secret ball in the center cup. So now you introduce the trick. You say, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to say, ladies and gentlemen. It's just fun to say. You say, I would like to show you the world's oldest magic trick, the cups and balls. Now, they call it this because it uses 3 cups and 3 balls. Now, what you want to do is, when you do this trick throughout the whole trick, you want to hold all 3 cups in a stack. Stacked like this, right? In your left hand, almost like you're going to take a drink from the top. Okay, so this is called, in magic, the mouth of the cup. The mouth, but the mouth of the cup. So you're going to pretend you're taking a drink. That's only to make it easier for you to remember. Don't really put water in there. So you start like this and you dump the balls on the table. And you want to make, when you do magic, you want everything to look nice. So what you want to do is, you want to separate the 3 balls like this. And by the way, this green pad, it looks like a big mouse pad. It's called a close-up pad or a close-up mat. Magicians use this to perform close-up magic, which of course is magic done closely to the audience or close to the audience. So this makes it look even nicer. It's like a miniature stage, right? And they're not very expensive. I sell them, in fact. So you put out the 3 balls and you kind of show the 3 cups. You only show the top cup as being empty. You show it. Don't do this, but just kind of casually show it empty as you're talking. Then you hold them once again, mouth up. And your right hand is palm up. And you take the bottom cup from the stack. Now, probably one of the -- mistakes my students sometimes make when they first practice, they make the mistake of taking the first cup out of the top cup, or from the top of the stack. And then they kind of lay it down. That's not what you do. Remember, palm up, your hand comes under the stack, pulls the bottom cup off, turns it upside down like this. You invert. You turn it upside down, and you put it on your left. Cup number 1. Cup number 2, remember, this has the secret ball. So that means that you want to put the same, you want to use the same actions. Your right hand is palm up. You pull the bottom cup. You turn it upside down or you invert it. But remember, if you do it too slowly, watch. Obviously, the ball falls out. So you have to use a little bit more speed. So you go like this. Simple as that. Notice how the ball doesn't fall out. This is due to inertia. They call this the inertia move. You know, at first I thought it might be centrifugal force. Maybe you know more about that. In any event, when you do it at a normal speed, the ball does not fall out. And then the last cup, you do the same thing from the bottom. There is no bottom, really. But from the bottom of the cup, not the stack, you turn it upside down. So this concept is known as the one ahead principle because you're one step ahead of the audience secretly. So I'll kind of explain these moves again so you fully understand. You hold the cups with the mouth up. Your right hand comes along, takes off the bottom cup from the stack, turns it upside down. Your right hand, palm up, does the same thing, turns the cup upside down. Same thing, upside down. You do it 3 times. Very easy to remember. One thing I want to point out is, when you do this, remember, use common sense. Don't do this. Why not do that? Correct. It's suspicious, right? Everyone will say, why did he do it so fast in the center cup? So you want to not necessarily do it fast. You want to do it rhythmically. You want each cup to be inverted at the same speed in the same rhythm. So you just do this. 1, 2, 3. Don't do it too slowly or too fast. Simple as that. Secret ball in the center cup, mouth up, held in your left hand. And by the way, if you're left-handed, just reverse everything I'm saying. From the bottom, cup number 1, cup number 2, cup number 3. You, my friend, are one ahead. The audience has no idea about that secret ball. Now, you take ball number 1, you put it on top of this cup. You say, keep your eyes on the ball. 3 solid cups. 1, 2, 3, whatever you want to say. Remember, when you perform magic, you have to talk. Not always have to talk. Some people do magic to music. But when you're doing a trick like this, you want to talk to the audience in a very natural way. And so whatever is natural for me is not going to be natural for you. So you want to make up a story, whatever, but keep busy and keep talking as you're doing the trick. What I say is, I'll generally say, you know, solid cups, even though some say there's a secret soft spot. But you can make up whatever patter you want. By the way, patter, spelled P-A-T-T-E-R, patter, that is basically the words you say, the talk, the story you make up, your conversation with the audience, okay? So remember, you're one step ahead of the audience. They think there's nothing under the blue cup. the last time they see the ball under the cups, it's this one. So you snap your fingers or go like this, whatever magical move. And what you want to do is when you pick up the cups, your left hand rests on the table and you grab the bottom cup. Now in this case, it's the blue cup. And you grab the bottom cup. And then your other hand sort of puts itself on top, even just one finger, right? And you lift all three cups as a stack straight up. And now, why do I do this? Why don't I just do this? Well, because this finger is here and it's ready immediately to, from your perspective, turn the entire stack clockwise. Notice that it's pivoting between my left thumb and middle finger. Okay? And then you're immediately and easily in position, mouth up, to begin the next phase of the trick. So the first phase is when ball number 1 goes through. The second phase is your right palm up hand does the same thing. This is so cool because this trick is really easy to learn because you basically do the same thing 2 times. So you pull the bottom cup from the bottom, turn it upside down, do the same thing except the second time when there's already a ball that has supposedly gone through. Pull this. Now remember, this one has the secret ball. Remember, you're one ahead. So you turn it upside down on top of the first ball. Then do the same thing. Take the bottom of the cup, turn it upside down. That's cup number 3. And you're ready to do the same thing that you did the first time. You take that middle ball and you place it on the center cup. Pick up these 2 cups at the same time and stack them. It doesn't matter if you start with the left or you start with the right. Doesn't matter. Just stack the cups. Snap your fingers. I'm not a good snapper. And or do this, whatever mysterious action or words. Again, remember, your left hand grabs the bottom cup of the stack. Your right finger goes on top. Simple as that. And you say, ball number 2 goes through. And don't forget, you pivot these cups mouth upwards. Okay? And notice what happened. You're the audience. Now, I know you're, I'm talking to a camera, obviously, but I'm talking to you as well. You're looking at this, and you'll notice it's a little hard to see the second ball. So when that happens, guys, your audience is in front of you. Don't forget, pick up that second ball so everybody can see it, and say ball number 2, and then put it beside it pretty closely. The closer they are, the easier this next phase is. Same thing, mouth upward, palm up, grab the bottom cup, turn it upside down. Take the next cup, turn it upside down. Now don't forget, this has the secret cup. Might be a little hard to see since the ball and the cup are yellow in this case. But remember, just do this. And then cup number 3. Remember, you already have 3 balls under this center cup. The audience thinks there are only 2. Take the last ball or the remaining ball, place it on top of the center cup, and then pretend to change your mind and say, you know, you've probably been paying attention, so let's do something a little different. I want to show you this ball's ability to teleport, just like in Star Trek. Watch. And then you just put it in your pocket for real, and you say, this ball will go from my pocket to under the center cup in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, boom. And then do whatever magical gestures or words you want to do or say. Push this cup forward and say, and 3 balls under the center cup. And then at the very end, guys, you want to pull the balls apart like this. Notice how they're roughly lined up with the cups. It just looks nicer. And say the illusion of, and then as you're saying that, you sort of tip these over like this. Sometimes the plastic cups will kind of roll. The cups and balls. Now, if you don't have a set of these cups, I do sell these cups. That's not really the purpose of the video, but I do sell these cups. Send me an email at tom@intervalmagic.com and to see if they're in stock, and I'll give you the price and things like that, how to order. But yeah, these are just standard children's cups. If you're a little older, I would recommend maybe starting with an aluminum set of cups. It's a little heavier. I'd say these cups are probably designed for kids who are like 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe even 9 years old. But as you get older, you might want to use bigger cups because your hands are actually bigger as well. And again, you could actually use paper cups and 4 rolled up foil balls or paper balls. And in case you have any doubt whatsoever about how to do this trick, I'll show you with 3 glass cups. That way you can see through the cups and you can understand exactly what's happening. Now, once again, you have to have 4 of these balls. And again, if you make them out of paper cups and balls, make sure the balls are roughly the same size so they look the same. So remember, at the very beginning, you have a secret ball in the center cup, mouths up, and then just stack them from right to left or from left to right, noticing that the secret ball always goes in the center cup. This can be a little confusing because when you turn the cups over, the ball is actually on the top of the bottom cup. But remember, when all the cups are stacked, technically the secret ball is in the center cup. So again, you set up the trick like this. You don't do this part in front of the audience. Now it's time to perform. You have the cups somewhere, and you say something like, "Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce the world's oldest magic trick. It's at least 500 years old, but it probably goes back 2,000 years. Guys, this is called patter. You want to have something to introduce the trick. Don't just say, "Here I have 3 cups and 3 balls," and don't do that. You want to have something interesting to say. You also, now I have a loud voice, and sometimes that might be annoying actually, but I have a loud voice. But when you don't have to have a loud voice. Just make sure that when you're performing, speak clearly and loudly enough for everybody to hear you. Even when you're doing a gathering, you're doing a little magic show at a gathering, whatever. So you introduce it like I showed you. And again, the cups go in your left hand. Now remember, if you do this cup, don't use clear cups for this particular cups and balls routine, okay? And so you dump the balls out. And by the way, you want to kind of have your hand here, just in case one of the balls wants to roll off the table. You put the balls like this, evenly spaced, so it looks nice. You show this cup, and it kind of looks empty, right? And you take off the bottom cup by holding your right hand, palm up, grabbing from the bottom and pulling it off, turning it upside down. The same thing, bottom cup, turning it upside down. The same thing, turning it upside down. Notice the secret ball is obviously under the center cup. So the rhythm, the actual speed at which you do this should look like this. All right? Now, take one of the balls from one of the ends and you pick it up. Put it on the center cup. Stack the cups by lifting these 2 at the same time. Doesn't matter if you do this or this. Start with the right, start with the left. It doesn't matter. Now, they've already seen you put one ball on top of that center cup. You can show it again if you want. And do something, say something magical. Snap your fingers, do this, make a weird noise, or whatever you want to do to indicate that something magic has happened. Your left hand, remember, it's resting on the table, and your thumb and your middle finger or first finger, whatever, grabs the bottom cup of the stack, because then when you lift up, all the cups come up together in the stack. And don't forget, this finger will be here, or maybe your hand. And watch what I do. I pivot or rotate the cups mouth upward. And when you do this, from your point of view, you will turn them clockwise. Because obviously, if you go the other way, your hand's in the way. So it's common sense. So now you're ready to begin phase 2. Again, the mouths are up. You just talk. You very casually show the top cup empty. This gives the impression that all the cups are empty. And remember, just by doing this, people will assume the cups are empty. And in fact, if you want to talk and you pick these up briefly, they can then see there's nothing under this. Now remember, you're 1 ahead. So everybody thinks there's only 1 ball under this cup, when in reality there are 2. Remember. So then you take ball number 2, place it on the middle cup, stack them, snap, whatever magical gesture you want to do. Left hand goes here, right hand goes here. You lift straight up, pivot the cups, mouths up. Then, remember, you want them to see both balls, because sometimes the balls will be like that. And if one is behind the other, it might be hidden from the audience's point of view, unless someone's over there. So remember, always say ball number 2. So everybody knows there are 2 balls there for sure. Again, casually show this empty as you're talking. And then, again, mouths up, hand on the bottom, palm up. 1, 2, 3. Then you take ball number 3, pretend that you're going to do the same thing, but then pretend to interrupt yourself and say, oh, you know, let's do something different. I would like to show you this ball's ability to teleport from my pocket to under the cup in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, 3. Did it work? And then just push the center cup forward. So when you push the center cup forward, that makes it really nice looking, because then when you lift up to show the 3rd ball is gone there, you put this cup in the middle and they all line up nice and neatly. Okay, so when you do magic, remember, you want things to look nice and neat. And don't forget, wash your hands and be well groomed as well. But the point is, when you're performing, you don't want your performance area to look cluttered. That's why I like everything looking nice and neat. And then at the very end, you say, and that is the illusion. Don't forget, spread the balls like that, and say that is the illusion of the cups and balls.